Hello, I am Mani Malarvanan. In this video, we will look into AI agents in chain. As you all know, AI has been in the industry for the last couple of years after the invention of ChatGPT. So now we are getting into the agents, and we'll discuss about what is AI agent and what role it is playing in crypto and blockchain industry, and what we can do to understand, integrate AI agents with the crypto, and see what are all the different types of use cases are all popping up using these two technologies. So what is an AI agent? AI agent is a software program or software application that can able to do task on your behalf. Say, for example, if you want to book a flight from, say, US to India, what you do usually, you go to the airline website or you go to any other website where you can able to purchase airline tickets, and then you look for flights, the dates that you want to fly, and you will try to compare the price between different airlines. And then finally, if everything works well for you, you will put your credit card and then you will complete the transaction and you get an email. The entire process you can able to give it to an AA agent. Your personal AA agent will know your likes and dislikes, where you want to fly, and you like what type of airlines you have flown previously, what type of experience you had, all those things it knows. Either you are giving it over a period of time, or the agent will have a memory so that it can understand your experience. And then once you tell, you just give an intent to an agent saying that, hey, I want to fly from US to India. And then it knows that you are based in Minnesota and you want to fly to Bangalore in India. So it can able to understand those, and it can able to try to find a best deal for you for the dates that you want to travel. And then before it booking the reservation, the flight tickets, it will send you a message in your cell phone asking, hey, I found a deal for 1500 US dollars. Do you want me to book the flight, or you want me to keep checking it until I find a better deal? And then finally, if you say yes, it's going to go and book the flight, and then you will get a confirmation. And the confirmation the agent will also have, and the agents will notify, hey, you have a travel there 4 days. And then before the travel begins, it will also notify what are all the things you need to take, where what you need to do before the travel, what you need to do in the flight, in the airport, inside the flight, and what you need to do when you land Bangalore. All those things the agent can do on your behalf. So that's all the agent is about. It do things for you, and there are couple of examples that are there. We can discuss about it. Copilot plus executor. The Copilot has been popular in the last couple of years. The Microsoft created Copilot within the GitHub. You can able to use the Copilot to write software application, basically write programs, and then you can check into GitHub. And that's where the Copilot started. Now the Copilot concept expanded. You can able to ingest documents and ask questions. You can able to do a lot more things. And also it can execute actions on your behalf. For example, if you are working on your laptop, and once you complete the code, you need to check into the remote GitHub repository. For that, you can use a Copilot. It will automatically check in the code, and it knows what command to use. It knows what command to write before it can able to check in all your changes from your local laptop to the remote GitHub repository. It's basically autonomous system that works for you on your behalf to do tasks for you in the future. There are a lot of agents already popping up, and there are a lot of companies working on. There are research dollars are getting poured into the agent technology, and this year is going to be the starting of the agent. And then in the near future, you will see a lot more applications are all getting used through agents within within the corporate world, you will have an onboarding agent. Say once you go and join a company, now the human beings are talking to you and they will send a FAQ, they will send what are all the training you need to do. Going forward, there will be an onboarding agent that will take care of all those things for you. If you need a human intervention, then you talk to the HR or your manager. The manager will come and say that, okay, you have to do this or you don't have to do this. But otherwise, the onboarding agent will take care within the corporate world. Just like how I explained the flight reservation for your personal agent, there will be a corporate agent, and the corporate agent will know whatever you need to know, whatever it need to know about your corporate life, because your personal life and corporate life are two different things. So there are technologies are coming up so that you can able to use these type of agents, and ultimately by using these agents, you can do other things rather than spending time on various websites trying to figure out which flight to book and what are all the best deals. It does everything automatically on your behalf. So that's an example of an AI agent. Now we will see how these agents can play into the crypto world. In the crypto, the main advantage of the blockchain technology is the distributed transaction ledger. Any transaction that happens in a blockchain, say Ethereum, by anybody, it all being stored public in a public records. Anybody can go and see what are all the transactions that happen in the entire history of blockchain. So, starting from the day one in the Ethereum or Bitcoin or any other blockchain, you can able to identify what are the different transactions happen on which day. You can able to get the public address of the transaction that happened, but you don't know who the person is. So that is the protection that's being preserved within the blockchain. So, and then any transaction that happens in the blockchain through uh, people like you and me, we need to have a wallet. And then that wallet could be a Bitcoin wallet or Ethereum wallet. It varies from blockchain to blockchain. So within the wallet, we need to say send your money $10 from your wallet to your friend's wallet or your family member wallet. Then you need to go to your wallet and then put in the transaction, put in the US dollar amount, and then it will tell you how much Ethereum or Bitcoin for whatever the amount you put, and it's going to send the transaction. It's going to interact with the blockchain, send the transaction. After within minutes or seconds, your friend or family to whom you send the transaction, it will appear on their wallet. So all those things are right now, it's a manual processes. And there is a new technology is coming up within Ethereum called ERC-4337 that lets you spend the limit how much you can able to send. Instead of manually sending $100 or $50, you can set a limit. Hey, every month I want to send $100 to my friend because he needs money, or I want to purchase certain amount of tokens every day, every month from my wallet. I can able to set it, and without even asking me, it will find what is the transaction cost, because as you all know, the transaction cost varies in the blockchain. It can able to send the transaction and commit the transaction and get the tokens what you need through the smart wallets technology. It's all based on the AI agents. So there is a one example. People are already using the AI agents within the crypto. And then the open markets. There is a intent networks that are coming in. See, instead of going to a marketplace, if you want to buy goods or if you want to buy any types of tokens within the crypto, you need to go to their website or a marketplace, and then you need to start the transaction. You need to go through and search and identify what you need to buy, and then you need to enter the amount, and finally you can able to purchase it. Say if you want to buy a NFT, you have to go to the NFT marketplace and you have to scroll through which NFT you want to buy, and then finally you can able to purchase the NFT token. See, as you all know, the transaction cost varies based on the time of the day, when the transaction happens. It's not going to be the same, because for the NFT, you need to pay a certain amount. And then for the transaction cost to get registered in the blockchain, you need to pay that. So instead of doing this, you can tell your agent what exactly you need to do. You can tell that I want to purchase a NFT with these qualities, whatever may be the qualities. And you can tell, and then you can also tell your intent that you want to purchase the token, purchase the NFT with the less transaction fee. The less you need to provide what exactly less means. So probably you can say, I don't want to pay more than $5, or I don't want to pay more than $10, some amount. So based on this is from the Ethereum blockchain ERC-4683 standard, you can able to tell your intent, and then the open markets technology will automatically purchase that NFT for on your behalf, and it will appear in your wallet. So all those are all happening through the AI agents technology that's being integrated into the crypto world. Another example is verifiable AI. See, right now, if you use ChatGPT and if you ask a question, it is going to give the response for you. There is no way to verify that how it got the answer. There are a lot of industries that needs the steps that the LLM or the AI agent went through con- to come up with an answer for your question. So these are all verifiable AI agents. For that, you can use blockchain technology. Say if you are building a on-chain app, then you can use the request model inference with the cryptographic proof that what exactly happened within the agent that can be stored in the blockchain, so that later on, if somebody wants to see how exactly the agent achieved the goal or the intent, they can go to the blockchain and they can able to see what happened within the AI agent. How the AI agent came, AI agent can say that, okay, I have used this data, I have used this particular LLM model, and the LLM model, I send the LLM model this request, this question, and the LLM model sends the response back to me. All those informations can be stored in the blockchain, and it can be viewed by anybody. So that's the another use of crypto within the AI, and that's getting popular in the industry. So current AI agents and applications, these are all some of the AI agents and applications that's been created in within the blockchain community. DeFi executions. Say, for example, if you want to send money from one network, say Bitcoin to Ethereum, or from Ethereum to Solana, it needs to go through lot of layers, lot of bridges, lot more intermediate steps, L2 chains. So rather than you are telling to the website, you go to the website and you tell, okay, I need to send $10 worth of Bitcoin from my Bitcoin to Ethereum. You can tell the intent, hey, send $10, 10 Bitcoins, $10 worth of Bitcoin to Ethereum. And you can give your wallet address, Ethereum uh, public address. So the DeFi execution will identify what is the best route available to minimize the transaction cost, and it automatically executes on your behalf. So that is a one application of agent. It gets your intent rather than you are telling each and every step, and executes it on your behalf, and finally you can get the result whether the transaction was successful, or in case of some issues it will also tell it couldn't complete the transaction because of some issue. And then the portfolio management. See, every day, 24/7, the crypto token values goes ups and downs because everybody buys crypto 24/7 from all over the world. It is not like a stock market. It starts at 8 and then ends at the 9 p.m. 9 p.m. It's ends at 4 p.m. actually in US. It may vary from country to country, but the stock market is operates on a fixed time frame. But as you all know, crypto it operates 24/7. So if you want to manage your entire portfolio, you can able to give it to the agent, that the agent will manage your portfolio on your behalf based on your personal goals and interest. If you want to set the agent a lot more autonomy to buy and sell, it will start executing your intent. Or you can also tell any transaction more than $100, you get my permission. So that whenever there is a good opportunity to purchase any type of token, then the agent will send a message to your cell phone. Hey, I found a good deal. Now the transaction cost is low. Do you want me to execute this transaction? If you say yes, then the agent will execute the transaction on your behalf. And then the another application is the security monitoring. As you all know, there are a lot of hacks comes in crypto. People are trying to, bad actors within the world are trying to steal money from the crypto blockchain by trying to find loopholes. But if you are going to use agent within the blockchain technology, it can monitor your wallet, it can monitor your application that's been deployed in the blockchain and able to identify any issues and also any fraudulent transaction before it happens. In case of fraudulent transaction, it notifies the application, DeFi application owner on that aspect. And also in the personal side, if anybody is trying to hack your wallet, then it can also notify you, making sure that your wallet is secure and you are the only one who can able to operate the wallet. And then the agent marketplaces. Within the agent marketplaces, agent can help you to identify the best deal for you within that marketplace to purchase whatever NFTs or other types of tokens. What is the best token to buy and what is the appropriate and best time to purchase the token due to various transaction costs. So these are all the complete agents stack that you can able to follow and understand. First, you set the goal for your agent. Say, for example, one of the goal would be the bridge one ETH to base, swap to USDC. You are converting ETH to USDC, and then the keep fee under X. It's basically you are telling the agent you want to change one ETH to USDC stable coin and make sure the transaction fee is less than $10 or $50, something like that. You give a goal to the agent and then the format of the intent. So basically the app creates using the ERC-7683 intent standard and it broadcasts to multiple networks that implements the ERC-7683 standard that can understand the goal and the intent you provided. In this case, converting one ETH to USDC stablecoin using $10 as the transaction. Maximum fee is $10 transaction fee. So, and then that agent will check the policy and it verifies the budget and then it verifies whether you really have one ETH on your wallet. It makes sure all those things are satisfied. And then it executes it on your behalf using various protocols and various standards and ultimately commits the transaction on chain and then sends you a receipt or a message saying that, hey, the transaction has been successfully completed. The transaction fee we spent was $8. We were lucky enough to execute this under $10. That is your intent. So along the way, it also monitors the security. It makes sure it processes all the transaction with as minimal cost as possible to satisfy the goal. Ultimately, it will satisfy your intent and the goal and achieve the result for you. If there is no agent, then you have to go manually do all these steps for you and then you have to execute the transaction. But now the agent can able to do it for you. So benefits for the users and businesses. So what are the benefits for from the users and the business point of view? The one thing is it's a less friction and more outcomes. Say if you want to transact any items in the crypto, there are a lot of steps you need to do. You have to be technology savvy. You have to have a wallet, and you need to be have a wallet of a particular blockchain, because with one wallet you cannot transact in multiple blockchains. For Ethereum, you need to have an Ethereum wallet. For Bitcoin, you need to have a Bitcoin wallet. And you need to understand how the wallet works. You need to understand public key and private key. All those things can be simplified through the agent, because the agent acts as a layer for the common users to make the crypto as simple as possible, so that they can able to start using the crypto easily. And then the second one is the verifiable service. Any transaction that happens within the blockchain, that can be stored in the blockchain forever. But in the AI, if you want to make it verifiable, what type of LLM is used, what type of request you send or question you send, what are the response you received, all those things can be stored within the blockchain, so that you can able to understand, in case if somebody needs to identify why my agent has performed in this way, you can able to have a verifiable service by combining AI and blockchain technologies. And then the programmable safety, the smart contract application that is deployed in the various Ethereum blockchain networks can have a guardrails, can have a daily cap and the session limits, and all those things you can able to create it. See, within the if you have a Ethereum based wallet, and right now, if we are using a plain vanilla Ethereum blockchain wallet, you have to identify, okay, how much time I need to spend going to wallet to identify the good, best deals for me, how much money I want to spend. All those things you need to manage. Now you can give it to the agent. The agent can able to manage your wallet for on your behalf based on your personal goals, and then it can achieve what you want to achieve through the wallet by purchasing tokens that you are interested in based on your short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals. So that is another major advantage. People can use agents. The safer ecosystems. See, there are multiple hackers are trying to identify vulnerabilities in blockchain, both in L1, L2, and various crypto systems, and trying to identify if they can able to steal money. With the agent technology, now the agents can monitor 24/7 all your personal wallets and also the applications. If you deploy anything, if you are a developer, if you deploy any smart contract application on Ethereum blockchain, you can able to identify the agents can able to identify the vulnerabilities before it goes to public, and the hackers try to use those vulnerabilities. So those are all makes the entire ecosystem safer for consumers to use your applications. And then the new revenue streams. From the business point of view, once you make your decentralized application stable, you can attract more and more customers, and your agents can able to do the marketing on your behalf, trying to get more mind share and market share for your decentralized application. And with agents, you can have a better UX. Instead of understanding how the wallet works, you can have an agent explaining you what exactly is a wallet, and you can able to talk to your wallet, and using the AI agent can able to understand your intent and execute the transaction on your behalf. All those are all possible use cases, and that's being developed, and you can able to start using it in near future. So if you want to build a agent for your use case, you can follow this five-step process. Use ERC-7683, understand it, and start creating a application that follows the ERC-7683 standard. And then you can go to the smart accounts, the smart wallet technology using the ERC-4337. using which your agent can understand your intent and you can able to use the smart agent on user's behalf. And then you can add a verifiable agent, verifiable AI to our agent so that any transaction that happens, it can go through the proper verification process and then it will be stored in the blockchain. And then wire payments with mandates. You can use AP2 style spending mandates for revocable budget that builds the customer trust. You can able to set how much budget you want to spend within your wallet, and your wallet agent can execute it based on the intent that you create. And then finally, the subscribe to risk feeds. You can able to integrate monitoring like a FOTA to score the transaction and trigger circuit breakers. Basically, any transaction that happens on a blockchain, you can able to give a score, and if the score is less than certain amount, then the transaction wouldn't happen. So you can create circuit breakers within your transaction before it happens so that you can able to protect the money that you are going to spend on the blockchain. So the future is going to be autonomous. In the beginning, I mentioned the airline flight reservation as an example. That is, rather than you are going and trying to identify the flight, the entire process is being carried out by the agent, your personal agent. So it's fully autonomous. If the agent needs any input from you, it's going to get. Once the agent knows and more about you, after that, it knows what exactly you need and it's going to execute on your behalf 24/7. Because the agent doesn't need sleep, it's a program. It doesn't need to sleep, it doesn't need a break, it doesn't need a coffee. All those things, the agent can do it, and the entire world is going to be more autonomous because of this agent technology. And within the crypto world, the crypto is 24/7. It happens, it's already people are transacting 24/7, people are purchasing NFTs, selling NFTs, so it is a 24/7. So the agent is going to play a key role in the crypto world to automate many things for customers and also for decentralized application developers, making sure the transaction that is happening in that blockchain is valid, there is no fraudulent transaction, and also the blockchain application they are deploying in Ethereum or any other blockchain doesn't have any vulnerabilities for hackers to use it. And even if there is a vulnerability the hacker is trying to access, the agent will try to protect it even before the transaction is committed, because once the transaction is committed, the money moves, you can't change it. So the goal is to identify all this before it happens. So I would like to leave with these questions and you can ponder, and we will have more videos in the future to answer these questions as the industry matures and more technology, more and more use cases are getting into the crypto world. So what outcome should users request as an intent? We saw one intent of purchasing a token. What are all the other intents within the crypto world? People can able to create it and your agents can execute. So what policy should smart accounts enforce? See, within the smart contract application, you can have policies. Uh, do not have any transaction that is less than certain value on this particular period. You can create a policy, something like that. What are all the different policies you can have within the smart contract application that's going to help the consumers? And where can verifiable AI improve quality? Ultimately, the verifiable AI can able to improve the quality. The one example I mentioned, you want to identify which LLM is used because there are hundreds of LLMs are there. ChatGPT, OpenAI, Claude, there are multiple Gemini, Google Gemini, and Grok from X. Twitter X, all those companies are creating their own LLMs. Within that LLMs, there are 10, 15, 20 different LLMs with the different versions. You want to make sure what LLM is used from which provider, within which provider, which LLM version is used. All those things you want to make sure that your agent is using appropriately, and that's getting stored in the blockchain so that you can able to identify and understand in the future what exactly the LLM is being used. So for that, verifiable AI is getting popular. And you can also think about what other informations the verifiable AI can give you to improve the quality. And what mandate lets agents pay safely? How can you make sure your agents understands your intent and execute it so that it doesn't fail on any occasion? Even if it fails, it needs to fail gradually by letting you know that it failed. You think about it, what are all the mandate it needs to have? You need to give to agent so that agent can able to successfully fail, so that you know that it failed, so that ultimately your money needs to be protected. Because if you are making a reservation and if you tell that it's 1500 is your limit, to travel from US to India, if it tries to spend 1600, 1700, then obviously it failed. You won't trust your agent. So you need to make sure that you give the correct safety instructions to your agents. What are all the safety instructions you can give? Think about it, and we can discuss in future videos. That's all I want to discuss in this video. So this is the beginning of a series of how AI agents can be integrated into crypto and blockchain. We will get into the more detailed use cases and other technologies within the agents and blockchain in the future. And if you want to know more about the agents, we have been publishing articles and blog in analytickit.com. Please visit. And if you want to learn more about Ethereum blockchain, how the agents are getting used and what are the transactions are being committed within the blockchain, you can use our tool dpa.analytickit.com. Go and log in yourself or register if you don't have a login access, and you can start using it right away. Thank you, and appreciate the time you spent today. And please help us to grow this channel to by subscribing to this channel and sending this YouTube to your friends and family. Thank you. Bye.